Aren't these pretty? The sounds of these are so relaxing. And they can also be an alarm, a call to action, because that's what this video is all about. Please take time and listen to it carefully. You may need to get a paper and pencil later, but let's get into this. This video is a call to mourn and uplift the Shreveport, Louisiana, and I call them the Elite 8 brown babies who died from 6 a.m. in the morning to 8 a.m. on April 19, 2026. I am asking for the Black American diaspora to take time on May the 10th, which is Mother's Day, from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. your time zone, to sit down, think of a plan, create a plan, and then over the next week or two, take an action on your plan. So then act on it. Why? Because this is all about, again, mourning and uplifting the Elite 8 brown children who died on April 19th between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. Louisiana time. Let me get more into this. This is a plea and a call to our Black Americans and Black American communities diaspora to use our collective shame and hurt for the damage a man inflicted on our children. We, the Black American diaspora, will not allow these Elite 8 brown children's lives and deaths be pushed aside to the outer fringes of our Black American collective thoughts. We will take matters in our own hands, under our own watch, to create, to plan, to act, to start the healing our Black American people and our communities diaspora need. It is the responsibility of each Black American to address and help heal the dysfunction replete in our Black American communities diaspora. We can no longer depend on and attribute blame for our Black Americans inflicting harm on one another, like the one did to the Elite 8 brown children. We cannot attribute blame anymore to non-Black mainstream media, politicians, civic organizations, action committees, educators, poor and white non-Black people, religious figures, and any other non-Black American people and entities. Those groups do need to help heal themselves, don't get me wrong. What we Black Americans diaspora have are inner strength, and we have deep intelligence. We demonstrated these qualities when our ancestors not too long ago overcame and survived slavery. We overcame and survived the ills brought upon us during post-Civil War Reconstruction, which is, if you read your history, which almost was as bad as slavery. And we held one another up, and we held each other accountable through the tumult of the fight to gain civil rights era. Then, somehow, somewhere, during the proud Chocolate City period, we dropped the baton. We stopped holding each other accountable for keeping our community strong. We naively relinquished our power and became largely dependent on the government and other non-Black entities to take care of our Black American communities and people diaspora. Well, that proved not beneficial to us. I think you would agree. The cruelty befallen those Elite 8 brown children on April 19, 2026, between those hours of 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. in Louisiana, begs for the Black American diaspora to mourn our elite 8 brown children and to mourn the killer who too came from our community. We will not let the lives and deaths of the elite 8 be quickly forgotten and sacrificed for nothing. Even as I was writing this the other day, I love listening to talk radio, and I'm here in Chicago listening to a mainstream talk radio station. And for 2 straight hours, as they went, prattling on and this and that and that and this, not one time, 4 days after these children were killed, the elite 8 children were killed, not one time did they once mention those children. Not once. Yet, we can count collectively how many times the media mentioned the disappearance of a TV anchor's mom over many weeks, repeatedly. Not to say she's not important, because that was my mom. I would want that kept in the media's forefront as well, in the minds of people as well. But the elite 8 children, 4 days after they were killed, nothing was said about them. And this was 2 hours into listening to this radio station. Okay. But guess what? I have no ill will toward that station. Okay. Because it is the responsibility of the Black American diaspora to keep the elite 8 in the forefront of the minds of all Americans. On the flip, it is solely our own responsibility to act on healing our Black American community diaspora. So I'm asking that on May 10th, 2026, from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. your time zone, get yourself some paper and pencil and do one of the following. And do it each half hour at 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m., 7 a.m., and 7:30 a.m. 1, pray for 3 minutes about the elite 8 brown children and their surviving siblings. Or spend 3 minutes in quiet meditation about the elite 8 and their surviving siblings. Or for 3 minutes, journal your true feelings about the elite 8's deaths and the impact that it's having on you, even a week later. What's the impact on you? By the time you do this in May, it'll be several weeks have passed. Or for 3 minutes, read the book of Proverbs or any religious writing of your choice, connecting the biblical references in that book that you choose to read about children, and connect those references to the elite 8 and their surviving siblings. Or meditate for 3 minutes about the well-being of children you personally connect with each day. Or choose your own 3-minute personal activity that focuses on the elite 8 and their surviving siblings. And then at 8 a.m., that's when you take step 1. Think about a Black person or Black people you personally know who are experiencing emotional and or mental duress for whatever reasons, or who are living an immoral, careless lifestyle for whatever reasons. The person could be yourself too. So it could be that you know you need to be helping yourself. Step 2, design your action plan to reach out to this person, or again, it could be time to yourself, this person or persons, to let him or her know that they are on your mind, heart, and on notice and accountable to you. And maybe vice versa. You need to be accountable to them if needed for damages that he or she has inflicted on other Black or even non-Black people and the Black community diaspora. But really focusing on healing our community. So we're really focusing on getting these people who are inflicting harm on our community. Because once we can work with them on that, then we don't have to worry about them inflicting harm on anybody else. Right? Make sense? Then step 3, within a week or 2 of you writing out this plan and how you created your plan, you've decided how you're going to act, within a week or two, reach out to let him or her know the damaging behaviors have to stop. Encourage him or her to work with you to get help from family members, Black organizations, taxpayer-supported governmental organizations, or there are a few racially diverse organizations that are really beneficial to everybody in this country. But that's within a week or two after you've created your plan. You act on it by reaching out to whoever it is you are targeting to help or be a mentor to. And it could be even to yourself, okay? And you're letting them know that their behaviors have to stop. Whatever behaviors they're doing that's inflicting harm on themselves and our Black community has to stop. And you are going to propose ways to help them to stop. Be humble, okay? Be gentle, because you're not a god, okay? They are equal to you. They're just people who need help. And I think we in our community are the ones who can start the healing of the people in our community. Then step 4, stick to your plan of action for a year or longer, okay? So after you have written your plan of action, do not forget, because it is Mother's Day, celebrate the rest of May 10, 2026, Mother's Day, with that special mom or mom figure. So this is after you've written your plan. You've thought about it, you've created it, you've written it, you put it aside because you don't want to act on it for another week or two, because you might want to tweak it or change it. You need to think about it, mull it over, pray over it, meditate over it. Put it aside, and you want to act on it though. Don't let 2 weeks go by that you haven't acted on it, okay? But this is still Mother's Day. So make sure you reach out to that wonderful woman, mother figure or mom, to celebrate Mother's Day. What I don't want you to do, please do not attempt to donate money as your contribution to mourn the elite 8 brown children who died on April 19th, okay? No, What we need you to do is to create, plan, and act on your action plan, please. Please share the YouTube link in your social media by word of mouth or in writing. Get the word out to all Black people living in the projects, those living in mansions, those in homes and cars, living everywhere. Black sororities, fraternities, Black celebrities and athletes, Black teachers and Black politicians, Black Walmart workers, Black public safety officers, Black first responders, Black landlords and renters, to the NAACP, to the Nation of Islam, to Black Lives Matter people, to Black congregations, to dollar store workers. You get my gist. Get the word out to the Black community and each Black person as much as you can, so that they can take that May 10th day between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. their time zone and think, create an action plan to help someone else in our community who is inflicting harm, maybe thinking about inflicting harm, or on the cusp of inflicting harm. Because we have got to start being more proactive in holding people accountable for what they're doing that's harming our Black community diaspora. We Black people have to take the lead and do this. Every Black person is needed. No one is beneath anybody. We all need to help each other. We all need to galvanize together. Every person is needed and valued in this effort to help heal our community diaspora. If you insist upon wanting to donate money after you have actually started doing your action plan, a week or two after you've written it, then my recommendations are to donate to the following, and this is why. And you will see the links to these organizations in this YouTube. The American Red Cross and the Salvation Army, because each serves all communities when needs arise. Or donate to the Officers Down Memorial because it celebrates all fallen officers with equal attention given to fallen officers across race, culture, and gender. And remember, unfortunately, it was the swift actions of those police officers on April 19th that had to unalive the killer before he could go kill some more, because he was going to go and kill more. It was officers who stopped him. But this is one way of just kind of recognizing officers, and these are officers who have, died as active serving officers, the Officer Down Memorial. Or donate to your local gospel missions, because they provide shelter, mentoring, and food to many hurting, dysfunctional men, and also to women and children as well. And the last organization, if you absolutely want to donate money, as well as working on your action plan, to the YWCA, because it provides shelter to mothers and their children who are victims of domestic abuse or are in danger of being victims of domestic abuse. So I prefer that you don't donate money, but if you do, these are organizations I personally know of, I've either worked for, or I know for a fact that they serve people and they serve well. But again, your action plan and putting it into place is what I'm hoping that you will do. I pray that you will do. I also will be writing up my own action plan, because I have someone in my family, I have several people in my family who are inflicting harm upon themselves and others, and I need to be a lot more proactive in reaching out to them. And also there's some who might need to reach out to me because they think I'm doing something when I'm in danger of hurting myself or could do damage to myself. I don't think I am, but I have to also be open to people who care about me and might have some concerns about me, and maybe will reach out to me. So, okay, there you go. So, May 10th, Mother's Day, from 6 to 8 a.m. to 8 a.m., your time zone. This is one way we can start taking the steps to help stop what happened on April 19, 2026, when those elite 8 brown babies were killed by someone who came from our community as well. Thank you, and remember to pass this link along as many social media people as you can so they can come and watch this YouTube. Thanks a lot for listening. Take care.